Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the session today. February the 8th, we're going to start with our activities, okay? So in this case, we are going to start with the activity related to the unit. In this case, we have the last part of the activities. Today, we are going to make a combination between the vocabulary that says people in crime. Attention, page 65, page 65. We are going to make the combination of this vocabulary about people in crime. As you can observe here, we have two parts. We have two parts of these words. I am going to show you the correct words, please. I need that you complete the information. I need that you complete the information in your book, because here you are going to identify some words about criminals. The only words that are not related to criminals are detective, judge, the witness. Those that words for or against, that words against this kind of vandalism. Talking about the graffiti artist, maybe it's not like a criminal, but it's considered like a vandalism in this case. Okay, this is part of the vocabulary that you are going to find. Please complete in your books. We have theft, that is a common vandalism, a thief, a criminal. We have the graffiti artist, the vandal. Remember, what is the difference between the vandal? Because destroys everything in his way. We have the bank robber, a specialist in those crimes into banks. We have the mugger. Who is the mugger? The mugger is the common thief. A mugger is a thief. But what is the difference with the mugger? The mugger is always by the streets, catching people and taking out the possessions. That is the mugger. The thief, okay, is maybe what is inside the houses, when enter inside the houses in the offices. We have the shoplifter, that is those that people that enters to any shopping center, to any shop in this case, and takes out things. Pickpocket, those that takes out only the purses, this case for the people, that is the pickpocket, carteristas, okay? And the joyrider, those specialists for hurting into the cars. And the hacker, especially onto internet vandalism. You have here the words related to this. And obviously in the part number 2, we have those that are not criminals. Remember, who are not criminals in this case? Who aren't criminals? We talk about the detective, we talk about the witness and the judge, okay? The witness, the person that give the evidences, okay, about what happened in a crime. Those are the words that you are going to work on this. Using this vocabulary, you are going to listen and read. You are going to listen and read the information about crime doesn't pay. Here you are going to listen, you are going to read some of the words that you have into the vocabulary. Attention, after listening and reading crime doesn't pay, you are going to answer the activity number 3. You are going to number according to the stories, okay? Attention. 1, 2.
Crime doesn't pay.
1. Go straight to jail. 2 young criminals in California were trying to break into a car when police officers saw them. While the police were chasing them, the friends decided to climb over a fence. Unfortunately, the fence they climbed over belonged to the famous San Quentin prison.
2. While you wait. A bank robber in Belgium demanded a lot of money from a bank clerk. "Can you wait in your car?" she asked politely, "and I can bring the money to you?" While he was waiting outside, the bank staff called the police. He was still sitting in his car when the police arrived.
3. Signature crime. Two young English vandals, Peter Addison and his friend Mark Ridgway, broke into a summer camp. While Mark was smashing plates and setting off the fire extinguishers, Peter wrote some graffiti on the wall. He wrote, "Peter Addison was here." The police soon arrested the two criminals.
4. Change for the worse. A thief walked into a convenience store in New York and asked for change from a $20 note. The man pulled out a gun while the assistant was opening the till. The assistant was terrified and gave him all the cash he had. The thief grabbed the money and ran away, but he left his $20 note behind. So, how much money did he take? $15.
5. Positive ID. While a woman was leaving a grocery store in Sydney, Australia, a mugger grabbed her bag and ran away. The shop assistant called the police, and the woman gave them a description of the man. The police arrested him in the next street, and then asked the woman to identify him. But the thief was quicker. "Yes, officer," he said. "That's the woman I stole the bag from."
Okay, so here you have the words. Pay attention to this. Some of the expressions that are frequently used when you talk about thief breaking is breaking into a car, breaking in the house. When the criminal goes inside the house, when the criminal goes inside the bank and to make the crime, okay? In this case, it's break into. The other says chasing. Remember, what is chasing? When you are observing and trying to look for the vandalism. The other word that you have here says graft. The thief graft. Thief graft. When you talk about graft, you talk specifically about when you take out with violence, when you take that. This is graft the money, graft the stuff. The mugger, attention to the mugger, that is very similar to a thief, but in different circumstances, okay? Remember that the thief is inside sometimes any store, for example, in this case, or maybe in a different place, and the mugger is obviously over the street. With this information that we are going to work, now we are going to have the activity number 3. Bianca Ortega, okay, start reading.
Read the article and write the numbers of the stories.
Okay, here in the story Crime Doesn't Pay, you have a story number 1, a story number 2, a story number 3, and a story number 4, and a story number 5, right? So Bianca is going to read the sentences. Bianca, you are going to read the sentence and you are going to identify which story relates to the number 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5. Okay, Bianca, start reading the number 1.
He wrote his own name on the wall, number 3.
Yeah, okay, number 2.
They climbed into the prison, number 1.
Okay, continue.
He identified the woman he stole from, number 5.
Number 5, okay.
He waited in his car and the police came, number 2.
Number 2, okay.
He robbed a shop and lost money, number 4.
Number 4, okay. 6.
He used the gun in the crime, number 4.
Okay.
They ran away from the police, number 1.
Number 1, okay.
They caused damage to a building, number 3.
Number 3, okay. So those are some of the expressions that in this case she has been talking about, okay. Now we're going to compare. Now we are going to compare the answers. Attention, okay. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay, very good. Now we have some of the answers. Complete in your books, please. Complete in your books quickly. Complete in your books quickly. Complete or correct, okay? Let's do it, let's do it. Hurry up. Okay, so we have, in this case, we're going to continue with the next part. In this case, we are going to have a little practice with the vocabulary that we have on this. We have here the sentences. We are going to drag the words about this. Romina Santos. Start reading.
Drag the words to complete the definitions.
Okay. Number one.
A shopkeeper takes things from shop without paying.
Number two.
The main street property in towns and cities.
Okay, what of these words do you consider is the correct one?
Murder.
Are you sure? Damages, destroy. Students, you can activate the microphones to help her. Students can activate the microphone to help her, okay? Which is the word that you consider is correct for that? Romina. Damages properties. Destroy the properties in the cities.
Vandal.
Very good. Okay, it's a vandal. Very good. Continue, Miss Romina. Number three.
Breaks into house and shops and steal things.
Okay, who is?
Thief.
A thief. A thief, okay. Number four.
Steals possessions for people in the street, often with violence.
Who is that?
A murder.
Continue, number five.
Investigates crimes and try to find the criminal.
Yeah.
Detective.
Detective, okay. Number six.
Steals car and drives them fast and dangerous for funny.
Yeah.
Joyrider.
A joyrider, it's a joyrider, okay? Those are some of the words that you have in this case. Complete in your books, please. Complete in your books quickly. Complete in your books. Complete in your books, please, quickly. One. Complete in your books, please, quickly. Okay. Complete in your books. Okay, very good. So, using these words now, after practicing these words, now we are going to make the reference with the grammar in this case. But also we are going to work with these words. Attention, here we have two verbs. Here we have two verbs that are into the group of the vocabulary that we are going to find on this. Garimena, read please.
Track the words that complete a verse.
Okay, start with the number one. Gary, start with the number one.
Oh, the rubber rocket.
What is the particle that you are going to find for this one? Broke into, broke off, or broke away? In the story,
the rubber broken
into, okay, very good. What is the number two, Gary?
The rubber from away from the cat.
Okay, away from the cat. And number three?
The girl set off the alarm when he broke the window.
Very good. Remember, please, remember that when we talk about this, broke into, what is into? When you get inside this, okay? When you get inside. When you say run away and you commit run away, you say that this person is escaping. The other says set off, in this case, when he's destroying, when he's getting off, okay, and espousing something. There is a specifically that we have in this case, right? those the words that you are going to use for that kind of activities, okay? Please complete in your books. Complete in your books quickly. Complete in your books. This is part of the vocabulary that you have for the activity. Ready? Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it quickly. Okay. Very good. Okay. These words or vocabulary that we are going to contrast with the grammar. Now in the grammar, what we are going to do in this case, we are going to make a contrast between the past continuous and the past simple. Okay, we are going to read. Anthony Montoya está reading this, Anthony. Anthony Montoya. Anthony Montoya. Anthony Montoya. Okay, see you later. Zambrano Ani. Zambrano Ani. Zambrano Ani. Okay, see you later. Okay, Leon Leslie. Leon Leslie. Okay.
We often use the past continuous and the past simple together. The past continuous describes an action or a situation that was in progress, and the past simple describes a complete action.
Okay.
Continue. The burglar was climbing through the window when the police officer saw him. When I went out, it was raining. We connect the actions with when and why. I was cooking dinner when I heard a loud noise. While I was reading a magazine, the tide took my bag.
Okay, thank you very much. So here we have the contrasting of the past continuous and the past simple. Remember that when we refer to the past simple, we refer to a completed action. A past simple is a completed action. But the past continuous refers to what? An action in progress. Okay, that is in progress. That is the difference. In this case, we are going to use with when and we are going to use while. Remember that the past continuous, how to form the past continuous was were and the verb with the ing form. Remember, past continuous was and were and the verb with the ing form. For example, we said was climbing. For example, we said was raining. For example, we said was cooking. Okay, was reading, for example. The verb to read was were in the past and the verb with the ing form. When we are connecting when, remember that when we are using when, we connect the simple past tense, when, simple past tense. And when you connect while, you connect while, in this case, with the past continuous form. Remember, when connects the simple past and while connects the past continuous. When connect the simple past and while connect the past continuous. Using this information now, we are going to work into the activities number 1. Here we have a conversation, okay? Here we have a conversation, okay? Attention. We are going to read and we are going to complete this, okay? Let me see, okay. Very good. So here we have the first part. In the parentheses, here in the parentheses, you have the verbs and the people working. In this case, you are going to use past simple, you are going to use past simple and past continuous. You are going to use past simple and past continuous. You are going to make the transformations of that, okay? So in this case, Ronnie, in this case, it's gonna be Enrique Mendez. Enrique Mendez, you are gonna be Ronnie. Okay, Enrique. And in this case, Luis Moncayo is gonna be the policeman. Luis Moncayo, you're there? Yes, okay, Luis Moncayo, you are gonna be the policeman. Okay, remember, past simple or past continuous. Okay, Luis, start.
Where were you at 10 o'clock last night?
Okay, continue, mister. Next student.
I was sitting in my apartment,
Uh-huh.
was eating a pizza with my mate Gary.
Okay, policeman, continue.
What time did Gary arrive?
At about 8:30.
Policeman.
What were you doing when he arrived?
Arrived, Ronnie.
When he rang the doorbell, was watching
Was watching
a
what?
film.
A film. Continue, policeman.
What film were you watching?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Please, students, complete information. Complete information, quickly, please. Complete information. Ready? Complete the information. Okay. Ready? It's okay, right? Perfect. Now we continue with the part number 2 of the same conversation. Okay, please, in this case, let me see. Okay. Nicole Soria, you are gonna be the policeman, Nicole. Nicole Soria, you are gonna be the policeman. And Gary is gonna be, let me see, Daina Rodriguez. Daina Rodriguez, you're gonna be Guy. Okay? Gary. Daina, you're gonna be Gary. Okay? Start, please, policeman.
Where
Uh-huh.
where were you at 10 p.m.?
Daina,
I was at Ronnie's house.
policeman.
Were you and Ronnie playing cards?
Continue. Next student.
No, we were eating a pizza.
Okay, continue, policeman.
Was Ronnie watching when you arrived?
Continue, miss.
Yes, he was.
Policeman.
Was he watching Pirates of the Caribbean?
Pirates of the Caribbean. Next student.
No way. Ronnie hates pirate films. He was watching The Hobbit.
Okay, please complete information. Pay attention. Here we are contrasting the simple past tense, a past action without any kind of description. And the past continuous is the description of something that happened in progress into the past. That is exactly what you're giving details about what was happening for that, okay? Well, after completing this exercise, we are going to stop here. Please remember that for the next class, you are going to complete the activity number 3 and the activity number 4. Activity number 3 and activity number 4. Vamos a parar aquí, la clase de hoy es un poquito corta, vamos a trabajar esto. Vamos a irnos a la plataforma en este momento. Esta actividad 3 y esta actividad 4 la van a trabajar en el texto. Anótelo, por favor. 3 y 4 lo van a trabajar en el texto y la próxima clase, la próxima semana, vamos a revisar esta información, 3 y 4. ¿Ok? Listo. En este momento, por favor, necesito que vaya a la plataforma. Vamos, rapidito. Ingrese a la plataforma Richmond, por favor. Ingrese a la plataforma Richmond. Rapidito. Rapidito, por favor. ¿Listo? Necesito que ingrese a la plataforma Richmond mientras yo saco el formulario de ustedes del día de hoy. Rapidito, por favor, ingrese a la plataforma de Richmond. Rapidito. Vamos, vamos, rápido. Okay, right now students are accessing to the attendance list, okay? While the rest of the students are accessing to this, please go to the platform and I need that you go to the assignments. Go to assignments, please. In assignments, attention, okay? Attention in assignments, I need to give the instructions. A ver, mientras el resto, que ya falta muy poco, llena su asistencia, se van a ir ustedes a assignments. En assignments van a tener portfolio revision 2 and portfolio revision. Did you see? The number 1 and the number 2. Por favor, miren bien la fecha de cierre. ¿Por qué estoy diciendo esto? Para aquellos que no entraron a clase y que van a ver el video. Ustedes obviamente porque lo van a trabajar en este momento. Vamos a trabajar con el número 1 aquí en clase en este momento y luego abordarán el número 2. Son dos actividades sumamente cortas. Para aquellos que no están en clase, quiero que tengan muy en cuenta que se cierra el 11, que es el día viernes. Estas asignaciones no se van a cerrar el día domingo, porque yo ya el día viernes a las 11:30 de la noche comienzo la descarga de las actividades porque ya cierro el segundo quimestre. Se cierra el segundo quimestre y el que no hizo, no hizo y se quedó. Amén. ¿Ok? Así que, por favor, para que tengan muy en cuenta y se lo comenten ustedes a sus compañeros. Por favor, en este momento, entonces, vamos a entrar a la que dice segundo quimestre Portfolio Revision. Vamos a iniciar con Portfolio Revision 1, que es la segunda que está aquí, y luego irán con Portfolio Revision 2. Cada una está hecha para 5 minutos, así que vamos a iniciar con esta, Portfolio Revision. Por favor, ingresen ahora. Por favor, ingresen ahora, rapidito. Okay, let's do it. Okay, let's do it, let's do it. So quickly, quickly, let's do it. Okay, Rafael, continue working, Rafael, continue. Albuja, Eduardo Mujica, Enrique Méndez, Gustavo Zúñiga, Melanie Villao, Nicole Soria, Romina y Rafael. I don't know what is waiting the rest of the students. Okay, very good. Okay, Bianca, very good. Excellent, Bianca, finish. Eduardo Mujica, let's do it. Continue, continue. Vamos, rapidito, vamos. No se me estanque. Okay. Danny, okay. Nicole. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it quickly. Okay, Romina, start working, please. Let's do it, okay? Vamos rapidito. Recuerde que tiene que trabajar las dos evaluaciones. Si la sesión se cae y se cierra, ya no nos reconectamos. Si la sesión se cae y se cierra, no nos reconectamos para que usted pueda trabajar las dos actividades finales del día de hoy. Si se cierra la sesión, no nos conectamos. Usted la siguiente hora tiene que trabajar estas dos actividades que no son tan largas. Mientras usted trabaja, me atiende por favor un ratito. Me atiende un ratito. Míreme a mí, que ya está trabajando. Ok. Just keep the score. Keep the score. Guárdela. Ok. So, in this case, ¿qué va a ser la siguiente semana? Escúchame. La próxima semana la asistencia es obligatoria, clase sincrónica, porque ya van a dar el examen quimestral. Esto que están dando ahorita es la actividad de cierre del portafolio del segundo parcial del segundo quimestre. Esto que está dando ahorita es el segundo parcial del segundo quimestre. Y con esto cerramos. La próxima semana ya vamos a dar el examen quimestral. Escúchese bien, por favor. Tiene que ingresar a la clase y va a dar el examen quimestral y cerramos con ustedes el periodo lectivo. Así que, por favor, para que me ayuden en su chat, para que los estudiantes no falten y puedan ingresar. Ese día solo se activará para ese día, nada más. Así que ya saben que tienen que estar puntualitos con cámaras abiertas para poder trabajar dentro de la sesión de clase. Por favor, hasta el 11, Tienen listo los que les falta el PowerPoint online, que les falta de completar, aquellos que les falta el class material, aquellos que no han hecho ninguna actividad. Ahora es el momento de trabajar y poder ver. Si no le cargan las actividades, es su internet, mi corazón. Ahí sí yo no puedo hacer absolutamente nada, porque la plataforma está trabajando muy bien. ¿Ok? Así que vamos rapidito. Le recomiendo en tal caso que cierre sesión y vuelva a ingresar a la plataforma para que no pueda tener problemas. En este caso, por ser asignaciones, lo puede hacer, pero cierre la actividad con la que inició. Ok, let's do it, let's do it. Ok. Así es, en el examen también se va a compartir pantallas. Siempre lo hicimos la vez anterior y esta no va a ser la excepción. Ok. Vamos rapidito. Asimismo, como dice el trimestre anterior, si usted ingresa a sesión y ya hizo el examen que voy a poner, que aparecerá el día lunes, y ya lo hizo, no hay ningún problema. Usted ingresa a la sesión, me dice, Miss, yo ya hice mi examen, comparte la pantalla y verifico, y se puede retirar de la sesión. No tengo ningún inconveniente cuando sea así como le pasó a Bianca hoy día. ¿Ok? Así que mantenerse a la espera. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it quickly. Hurry up, hurry up. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do you want to keep the score? Yes. Hurry up, students. Solo 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Solo 7 compartiendo. El resto, anulo la asistencia. Aquí el trabajo es para todos. Albuja, Eduardo, Enrique, Gustavo, Melanie, Rafael y Romina son los únicos que están compartiendo pantalla. Aspiro que el resto que está con cámara apagada esté trabajando. Okay, let's do it. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, let's do it quickly. Hurry up. Let's do it. Quickly, let's do it. Bien. Recuerde que si se cierra la sesión, no hay ningún problema, no nos volvemos a conectar. Usted tiene que seguir trabajando. Si se cierra la sesión, no nos tenemos que volver a conectar porque usted tiene que seguir trabajando, terminar estas actividades. Terminar estas 2 asignaciones las tiene que terminar hoy, en el transcurso de la siguiente hora. Si se le bloquea porque la dejó pendiente, ya es responsabilidad de ustedes. Miren, yo se los estoy advirtiendo. Así que vamos rapidito. Vamos, chicos, vamos. ¿Ok? Si se cae la sesión, no nos volvemos a ir. ¿Ok?